Welcome back. According to the latest federal data, the Cyclospora outbreak linked to iceberg lettuce has expanded to 9 states and more than 1,900 cases. But state data tells a different story. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says it recorded more than 8,000 cases statewide in the span of about a month. The latest polling from CBS News shows 40% of Americans are eating less produce because of the outbreak. Confidence in the FDA to manage the cases is mixed. You see here, just 13% of Americans have a lot of confidence. You got 47% expressing they don't have much confidence in the agency or any at all. Dr. Natasha Bagdasarian is Michigan's chief medical executive. She joins us now to discuss the discrepancy and the risk to our viewers watching. Doctor, good morning. Why is there such conflicting data, and how does Michigan track its numbers?
Well, here in Michigan, we had over 8,000 cases as of Friday morning. I would anticipate that as we update those numbers, today they will be significantly higher. And now there has been a consistent lag in the numbers reported by the CDC on their web pages since the beginning of this outbreak. And a lot of that has to do with the way they are counting cases. But we have over 8,000 laboratory confirmed cases just here in our state.
Now, the former director for the FDA's Food Safety Department joined CBS Sunday Morning saying that she thinks this is a national wake-up call. Let's just play that.
We've never seen anything like this. This is just an astonishingly large outbreak. We had a national advisory committee, a committee that advised FDA and USDA on how to prevent microbial contamination in food. That advisory committee was disbanded. We used to convene meetings with our Mexican counterparts on how we can work together to improve food safety. That entire team was let go.
I see you nodding as this sound is playing. What do you make of those remarks, and how have cuts to food safety budgets impacted the management of this outbreak?
Well, what I can tell you is this is a huge wake-up call. This is, just looking at the Michigan numbers alone, this is by far the largest outbreak of cyclosporiasis recorded in recent U.S. history. This is just the Michigan numbers alone. There is clearly contamination and significant contamination of our food supply here in Michigan, coming from other states, coming from other countries, and that contamination is with human feces. I think we need to think about that. So there is a breakdown somewhere here. I can't talk about cuts to the FDA, but what I can talk about is cuts to public health and cuts to the CDC. Those have trickled down all the way to the state and local level. So we're doing much more than we have ever done before, including this outbreak, with far fewer resources.
HHS Secretary Kennedy, though, says this outbreak is under control. What do you make of that statement?
Well, the specific agent causing this outbreak has not yet been identified. And we're still advising folks here in Michigan to really use a lot of strategies around eating produce, including peeling anything that can be peeled, cooking anything that can be cooked. We're asking people to avoid bagged lettuce. And I think that tells us that there are still some significant concerns around our food supply.
Yeah, wash everything, be careful, listen to doctors, get the best advice. Dr. Natasha Bagdasarian, we appreciate your warnings and your joining us this Monday.
Thanks for having me on.